Hey, aloha everyone. Michelle Melendez with Blossom Inner Wellness and Stand Together, Hawaii.com. And this is also on the Voice of Kona Radio, 100.5 FM. Mahalo so much for joining this channel and listening on the radio. If this calls to you, if this message speaks to your heart, please like, share, and subscribe. It is being shadow banned on YouTube, so any support, subscription, comments are greatly appreciated. This message is going to be short, and it is from somebody who emailed me and asked me why I think the way I think about Trump. And I'm going to share what I sent her in an email. So I'm just going to read it. And just so you know, I was a Trumper for a very long time. I voted for Trump, stood on the street with his flag, completely believed in him, believed that, he did so much good for this country as far as the lowest unemployment for minorities and for women. We had the best economy in 20 years. We didn't have any wars under him. So please know that I was a supporter of his until he started promoting the V and also remdesivir in hospitals. And then I started looking deeper. And then I realized that he has grown up with the elite families, with the banking families. So let me just read what I sent to this woman who was like, Michelle, what's going on? And you believe Trump is a puppet. Can you please explain? So that was in a nutshell what she sent. So let me just read what I sent to her. So I said, what I'm going to share is going to be scary. And please remember that this is truly a game for our souls. No one really dies. There is a higher power, and our first and most important part of this game right now is to create a relationship with whatever you call God and create a relationship with nature. Either start growing food or get to know your farmer, and it's best to do both. They are destroying the food industries. We know this. I'm not going to explain how, because they have been destroying the food industries. Bill Gates has been buying up food land. And let me just keep reading what I wrote to her. Trump, I realized, is a puppet. The entire government is a corporation run by foreign bankers who not only control our government, but most of the world and most of all of the media. The idea that we elect a president is to keep us appeased. We don't elect anyone. Our only possible power is locally, and most of that is compromised. Look at Arizona with Kari Lake. Plus, the people that we get to choose from to be president are who they want us to choose from. The Rothschild said, I care not who makes the laws as long as I control the money. And they do control the money. The reason they're all over Trump in the media is because it is drama to keep us entertained and out of their hair. Look at how ludicrous it all is. That is by design. Biden is a joke. And again, that is by design as well. If we really had a country, a free country, Biden would have been taken out of office a long time ago. Everything about our country is a lie. I'm not sure about, she asked me about Tucker Carlson. I said, I'm not sure about Tucker. He's speaking a lot of truth, and I watched his awakening journey. He could be legit. However, everything is to distract us right now from the collapse of the economy and the complete change of our currency. I believe there will be a false flag at some point. This is an election year, which means everything is a distraction, so we don't see what they are doing. Whitney Webb talks a lot about this. Eckhart Tolle said that the next evolution in humanity is consciousness. I take that to mean strengthening your intuition, which again is creating a better relationship with your higher power and really trusting your gut instinct. Those messages come from source. Yes, we could be going through a tough time in the future, and maybe not. I'm always optimistic. But be prepared with at least 3 months, if not more than 6 months of food, water, and even a generator. Get your kids out of public school. If you don't know how to do this, ask source and to tell you, and get into gratitude for the answer that is showing up for you. And these are the prayers that I do. So you can do a prayer every day, great spirit, infinite intelligence of all things. I don't know how to get my kids out of school, so in an abundant way, but I know you're going to show me the way. Great Spirit, thank you so much for showing me how to easily get my children out of school in a way that works entirely to support the entire family. Thank you so much for showing me. And you want to get excited about that. Like, get excited, like literally go, oh my gosh, Great Spirit, thank you so much for showing me how to get my children out of public school. I don't know, as it being in this human body and with all of this propaganda and illusion and lies around me, I don't know how to do it, but I know, Great Spirit, you're going to show me. So get into gratitude around that and let that answer come to you. When your heart is open, that is when you start to receive more information from Spirit. We have been the way that people have been praying for years is in my opinion, it's not the correct way. People have been begging and pleading, please God, do this, please, help my aunt with cancer, please, no. We don't pray that way. We pray in a way of gratitude, knowing the answer is already inside of us, that the Great Spirit knows our journey, knows exactly what we need. And we pray in gratitude for our hearts to be open to hear the message. That's how we pray. So I'm going to do a prayer, as you all know, at the very end of this. But if your kids are in public schools, get them out. Those are programmed schools. I had a friend of mine tell me that they had a shooter in their school, in elementary school, and they had the children under their desk for an hour, for either an hour or over an hour. That is child torture. That is brainwashing and child torture and child abuse. So if that is in your school, because we got him, he was in the next school over, the shooter was in the next school over, we got him. That's bullshit. That is brainwashing your child to live in fear. And then what happens? They do what they're told. They do what they're told because they are afraid. So get your children out of school. And again, if you don't know how, we will do a prayer at the end to do it. So let me go back to what I wrote to her. If you live in the city, ask Source to show you how to move to a rural area. The answers we are looking for are going to come from Source when we are in gratitude. Our saving grace is not in the next president. Whoever gets in does not run the country. You think they're going to let some dude run the country for 4 years and then some other dude gets in and he runs the country in a different way, and then all of the things that the first dude did, the second dude takes down? That's a bunch of BS, you guys. The whole thing's a sham. It is a sham. So let's call a spade, and let's do what we can do, what our kuleana is, and that is to create a relationship with a higher source. Stop looking at the government to save you and who's going to save you. It's not going to be Mr. Trump. It's not going to be, definitely, obviously not Biden, but it's nobody. And so the only thing that I think that possibly we have power with is in our local elections, possibly. Even here in Hawaii, the elections are, the word is rigged. And so, yes, so our job really is to create that connection with Source, and don't live in fear. Live in the excitement of knowing that Source is showing you the answers of what to do for your family to be safe and to live in harmony and peace with nature. That's where our freedom is, because they have really taken over everything. And I'm going to be doing a video on the money, which I'll just do a little plug for that. And that is the fact that in the 1930s, the federal government, they did a deal with the Federal Reserve, which is a privately owned foreign company for profit. It's not part of the government. The Federal Reserve is owned by private bankers, and it is for profit. And what they did, the federal government did, was they put up all people's collateral, all Americans' private property as collateral, and all people's income taxes, federal income taxes, as collateral to these bankers, so that they could get bonds that were loans from the Federal Reserve to the federal government. And your private property has been put up as collateral. This is why you pay property taxes. Do you know before, I believe it was 1913, it might be below, also 1933, you didn't pay property taxes? People actually owned their property outright, free and clear. So if you think that your property tax goes to roads and the schools, that's BS. It doesn't. It goes to pay the interest on the loans from the federal government, not even the principal. This is why people will never pay it back. The government will never pay it back. So let me just finish off with this email, and then we'll do a quick prayer. Join my Freedom School. Join my Freedom School. I'm learning some new stuff. Go to Stand Together Hawaii, HAWAII.com, standtogetherhawaii.com. Click on Freedom School. It's going to take you to my normal business page, which is blossominnerwellness.com. And then there you sign up with my private membership association, because I have pulled my business out of being part of the government. If you want to know how to do that, you can go to aceofcoins.com. They are a sponsor of my channel, ACEOFCOINS.com, aceofcoins.com. And they will be able to support you with lowering or reducing or eliminating lawfully your taxes, as well as licensing your biometric data, as well as buying Bitcoin tax-free. And aceofcoins.com is where to go. Please let them know Michelle sent you. And so let me finish off with this email that I sent. Okay, I said I'm trying something right now, and if it works, which I have faith it will, it could be a game changer for Hawaii. So I'm praying for that, gratitude that will come through, and then I'm going to teach it in my Freedom School. So I ended with no fear in capital letters. We are warriors. We came here for this time. You are stronger than you know, and you can do this. All right? Just breathe. This whole thing's a game, you guys. This whole world. We have really been overtaken by these elite bankers, and it was on our watch. We were not watching our freedoms being taken away and destroyed. The Patriot Act literally put people, censored regular Americans. It didn't do anything for terrorism, under terrorism. You know, they can actually arrest people with no court date, no charges, and they can keep them in jail indefinitely just because they're supposedly a terrorist. So that would include myself. But you know what? Keep going. We're just going to keep going. And whatever happens, I know I'm guided. I know you are guided. Do you know you're guided? Do you believe that? Do you feel that? Do you feel that gratitude? Thank you, Spirit. I know that this is a batshit crazy world right now, and I am just trusting in you, Great Spirit, to guide my heart, to guide my next steps. What am I supposed to do next? And then I feel into what's next, and I just do it. Okay, Michelle, you're supposed to do this. There's something that I have to that hasn't been in my heart, and I'm like, oh, dude, I got to do that. And I'm like, all right, I got to do that. So it's not easy for me either, you guys, but I just go, okay, Spirit, all right, I'm just going to do what you've guided me to do, and I'm going to trust, because what else do I have left? You know, I think we have about 2 years before shit really hits this fan, unless some divine intervention happens, which that is you. You are divine intervention. I am divine intervention. We are definitely divine intervention together. But that is the story of why I think Trump is a puppet. He is part of the system. You guys, he's not going to save us. He didn't save us in the first place. That was a total lineup to say, oh, this guy's good. This guy's good. But he's still under the United States corporation. The United States corporation runs the show. So that's the whole dealio. The Federal Reserve still has your property as collateral for the federal government still has your property as collateral for the Federal Reserve. Trump didn't change that. He didn't change any of it. So anyway, that's my story. Okay. Great Spirit, infinite intelligence of all things. It's a heavy frequency right now on the planet. We know that. We feel that, each one of us. And we just give so much gratitude because we know we're not alone. We know that, Great Spirit, that you are in every single one of our hearts, in every single one of our cells, and you are guiding us. And I'm so grateful to be here at this time in history, to do my kuleana, to do what is mine to do my part. And I do it the best way that I can through the courage that you give to me, Great Spirit. I know I'm not alone. I know I'm always protected, just as everyone who hears my voice right now is also guided. And it gives so much gratitude for the courage that each person has to do what they're inspired in spirit, inspired to do. And Great Spirit, we do need a divine intervention. If this world is meant for this amazing freedom and peace and harmony, we know that divine intervention is happening. We give so much gratitude for that. Thank you so much. And the illusion of this world is breaking down, and the truth of understanding that we are under slave management. The truth is unfolding, and that frequency is heavy and challenging to feel in the human body. But Great Spirit, we also know that the light and the frequency of love for each other is so much greater than that. So Great Spirit, thank you so much for guiding my words, for guiding each one of our words, for guiding each one of our actions. I know that everyone who hears my voice knows what is theirs to do, and if they don't, they know it's showing up for them. They know that whatever is theirs to do, if they don't know what it is, that their heart is opening up to find the answer, to allow the answer to come forth. I know that all children who are in public schools right now, that their parents are finding a way for them to easily be removed in a way that supports their entire family all over the world. I know that anybody who lives in the cities and knows that they are completely guided and supported, that they are having an answer be revealed to them of how to go into a rural area. And it is easy, and it is in abundance, and it is in harmony with all people. We see this world in peace, Great Spirit. Thank you so, so much. I know it is done. I know that anybody who is not in alignment with humanity's life, the living life of living men and women, that they are peaceably removed from power or voluntarily stepping down, and we get to watch as that unfolds, Great Spirit. Thank you so much. So much, so much gratitude, so much mahalo. And so it is. Okay, I think that's it for now. And sending you guys much aloha from the Big Island.